Several days of stormy weather could be on the way, and the question as it arrives, how severe will those storms be? Thank you for joining us. I'm Jurnee Taylor.
And I am Hoyt, and he is meteorologist Nathan Scott, and he is the one who is going to answer those questions for us. You've stopped short of issuing any kind of weather impact alerts here, but anything changed here in the last
Still want to look at some more data before we issue possibly that weather impact alert on Friday, because there's not a lot of confidence on the coverage of storms. But here you go. We do have a low threat of severe weather Friday, Saturday night into Sunday, somewhere in Arkansas. And you see Saturday night and Sunday, it's primarily for West Arkansas. Friday, it's pretty much all of the state, which could see isolated to scattered storms that may become strong, possibly severe. We had some drizzle out there, a few light showers earlier today. The radar loop is quiet right now, and we've enjoyed some sunshine out there through the course of the afternoon, helping the numbers warm up into the mid to upper 70s. They warmed up to the low 80s in East Arkansas. Right now it's 71 for you folks in Mena. Partly cloudy. That's what we can expect tonight. Temperatures dropping down to the upper 50s to low 60s. And tomorrow, another day where we'll start off with clouds, more sunshine for the afternoon, highs into the low to mid 80s. Changes arrive here as we close out the work week and head into the weekend. I'll have more on that severe weather potential coming up a little bit later.
All right, Nathan, thank you. When an alleged assault on a store clerk caught on camera. It had police in Pine Bluff scrambling to find the man behind what looks like a brutal assault. Now, we're going to show it to you, and viewer discretion. It's pretty intense. Detectives posted their surveillance video on social media. It's from the gas station on the corner of 28th and Olive. Detectives managed to ID 27-year-old Darren Matthews, known as Dee. Through the clip, they say he is now under arrest and facing second-degree battery charges. Police say tips from local community members help identify the suspect and make the right arrests. Lawmakers making important changes to the next year's education budget.
Yeah, today featured a change that helps smaller, isolated rural school districts receive money from their larger neighboring districts. Senator Missy Irvin voted the amendment to have public funding follow the funding for each child in a district, and it puts money behind Act 919 from last year. That law allowed those rural and isolated school districts that voted to separate avoid falling into an immediate funding hole. But one North Central school district, up by where Senator Irvin's from, brought parents and administrators here to Little Rock to complain about the money that's leaving their school system.
We have the lowest millage in the state, and then to say we're going to be giving money to other campuses for them to start, it's disheartening. And I just want to do what's best for our school, and I want our kids to do well. I know they do too, but it's just going to be one of the things we're going to get through.
Our Capitol reporter Catherine Rowley on the scene there today. She also heard from Senator Irvin, who filed the amendment, and we'll have the full story tonight at 10.
Well, now to an update on a story we've been following for weeks. An anonymous donor has pledged $3 million to keep PBS operating in Arkansas, but there is a catch.
Yeah, tonight, T311's Maya Ellison hears from leadership at what's called Arkansas TV now to find out if this multi-million-dollar lifeline will be enough to keep Daniel Tiger on the air in your neighborhood.
Because a lot of people don't realize that the entire world of public television and public radio changed with those federal funding cuts that took place back in July.
It's a timeline Arkansas TV CEO Carlton Wing says has been put on hold for now. Last year, public broadcasting faced drastic financial strain as hundreds of millions were cut from the industry nationwide, leaving stations like Arkansas PBS scrambling to fill the void. That's when the Arkansas TV Commission voted to end its membership with PBS to keep them away from bankruptcy, prioritizing local operations.
When the feds were providing our funding, 20% of our funding came from the federal government. That's what went away. That was $2.5 million that went away.
But just as the transition began, a lifeline appeared. An anonymous donor has pledged $3 million to keep PBS in the natural state. But Wing emphasizes this isn't a simple check. It's a challenge.
Well, it's not a donation, it's a pledge, and it's a challenge grant. So what they're saying is if there are matching funds, then they will contribute $1 million per year. So the match has to be acquired.
The conversation has even reached the state capitol Wednesday. Lawmakers reviewed Senate Bill 77, a separate way to match donated funds. But while the state provides core funding, the station still relies on individual donations for about 14% of its revenue.
more people are talking about public television now than ever before, and that's a good thing because it gives us an opportunity to really assess what's valuable about public television. Why is it different? How is it different than commercial television?
So, the final piece of the puzzle now lies in the hands of the viewers.
If those funds were acquired so that it eliminated the financial issue that we have been saying all along with the loss of the federal funding cuts, and then if the commission decided what to do with the options that they have.
In Conway, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
Maya, thank you. And the amendment SB 77 did pass out of the Special Language Committee today, and the full spending bill is expected to be in front of lawmakers within the next week.
Another measure we're watching, Representative Kendon Underwood from Cave Springs filing measures to block funding to cities with sanctuary policies. Representative Underwood said the new laws are amendments to the state's current laws. The first would remove turnback funds from cities violating Arkansas's ban on sanctuary city policies. Cities will be able to receive money after stopping the sanctuary practices, but would not be able to get the money lost back. The second would ban the state's higher education institutions from giving funds to people in the country illegally.
Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin putting a legal certification on a law that regulates and cracks down on some hemp products. The Republican AG issued the legal paperwork today that allows enforcement on Act 934 from last year. It takes aim at products marketed toward children and other deceptive ads and packages. Already, the state says they've seized 6,000 illegal products, removing them from shelves.
Well, today marks a new chapter for the Watson Chapel Wildcats. Today, city leaders, students, and community members came together to celebrate a brand new state-of-the-art high school campus set to open this fall. With the ribbon-cutting ceremony, Watson Chapel High School officially marked the start of a new era. The school, with roots dating back to 1890, will move into a modern campus designed to support both tradition and innovation. District leaders say the new facility was built with the future in mind, from expanded academic programs to enhanced safety features.
Now we get an opportunity to innovation, provide the innovation that we need in the state-of-the-art facilities where we want all of our scholars to represent what Madison, who spoke and said that this is the opportunity for us to continue to motivate them and elevate them to achieve at a high level.
The new high school includes a courtyard, gym, storm-safe room, and improved security measures. Students say the upgrade represents more than a new building. It's a source of pride and motivation. Classes are set to begin in the new facility this August.
Look overseas now in the war in Iran. A ceasefire is in place, but thousands of U.S. forces are once again heading towards the Middle East region.
Yeah, at the same time, Iran says it attacked ships trying to cross the Strait of Hormuz. The regime is calling for the U.S. military blockade to end at its ports. That blockade remains in place despite President Trump extending a ceasefire indefinitely. The price of crude oil once again settled above $100 a barrel, and the resumption of peace talks remains up in the air.
As an Iranian, I want to tell you clearly, Iranians, they don't like the idea that President Trump gives them an opportunity and negotiate with them. We want them gone. We want real changes.
Iran says they will not agree to an extended ceasefire with the blockade in progress.
Coming up, we'll see how one Arkansas museum is helping preserve and share African-American history, all part of the nation's 250th anniversary. That's coming up in just a little bit.
Also, see how a group of brave Arkansas cowgirls and cowboys completed a 220-mile journey across Arkansas to help spotlight the foster care system.
And there's just a small chance there could be isolated shower or some patchy drizzle for the beginning of your Thursday. Better chance of showers and thunderstorms moving into the region on Friday. And some of the storms could pack a punch. I'll have the latest on that, the severe weather potential going into the weekend, and how much rain we can see from this entire event coming up.